What an absolute delight to be a human on the planet right now. Lifting off from all the mundane obligations of being human and realizing and understanding the magic that you hold within you. The cards that have that are going to be read out today really come from an epiphany and a realization that so many of us are going through at the moment. So if you've been feeling a little bit off or really high and really low, then this has got a lot to do with it. It's the messages that are coming through from the dragons and how they want you to understand the journey that you are on. They call it the journey of your soul, but it's also the journey of you as a human reconnecting with your soul. The dragons are here to help you. They're like this owner and operator's guide to the new human. How you can live while you're washing the dishes and have nothing affect you. Have none of the lower vibrations pulling you back down into this heavy 3D world where things just seem so tough and so difficult and so many struggles. What if we could just let all that go? Wouldn't that be absolutely wonderful? And this is what a lot of the dragon messages are all about. I've had a massive download coming over the weekend and I wasn't able to articulate it at first, so I've articulated it a couple of times and I've been asking for cards to explain, to describe that. So a lot of you will have been feeling the same kind of things as well, but not able to articulate it. So this is what the messages are going to be about today. I'm already feeling it coming up, so let's just dig right into the first card, which of course, because this whole message was about living the utopian life. Utopian life means that you've shed the 3D skin. You've let so much go of the human worries and fears and what ifs and self-doubt. You really begin to value yourself. You really begin to understand the power that you have. Remember, one of the main messages that the dragons send is you don't know how powerful you are, dear darling human. Inside you are this massive energy, this massive spirit. It has no doubt at all in what it can achieve. So the first card that popped up is, is Utopia. If you can imagine what Utopia feels like, I want to introduce you to the energy right now of Utopia. Utopia, when I met her, was showing me that she was hovering above the earth. She would not land. I'm like, why won't you land and come and speak to me? And she said, I will never land on earth ever, ever the same again, because this is Utopia. I'm inviting you to come with me and be not of this world that you have become accustomed to, that you've grown up in, but to see the world for what it really is, to understand everything that's going on around you and being able to look at it through the eyes of your soul, through the eyes of spirit, through how the dragons look at it. So Utopia is this brilliant, shining, amazing dragon, which is reflecting back to you how powerful you are as a human, because you have all the magic within you. If we would just ignite it, if we would just activate it. So Utopia is as bright as the sun. She is luminous. She's difficult to look at because she's so bright, because she wants to show you just how bright you are and that you never need to land on the earth exactly in the same way again. So her message today to anyone who chose card number 1, there is support for you in all things. Just ask. So let me read the message that came through from Utopia. And every single time I read these cards, every single week that I read these cards, they home in. They become so much stronger in our hearts and in our cells. And it's nothing to do with what's going on in the head. We're not forcing things through with our head. We are feeling them, we're feeling the resonance of them, we're learning how to understand how the dragons see the life and how they're asking us to respond as a human in this life to the energy and everything that is around us. There is support for you in all things. Just ask. There is an urgent need for you to strongly believe now, a need to step into your new, accepting, evolved self with this new understanding. Holding on to a new, deeper comprehension and taking a leap of faith that there is a new creation for you just appearing ahead, and it is just around the corner, and it comes from the invisible, imaginary realm to support you. You are the creator and are supported in all things. Remember what the dragons always say? Your inner world creates your outer world. And that's why I do these 30-day challenges, so that you can alter your view on things. You can alter your inside story. Can you feel that sensation growing inside of you, and how much your soul loves you and wants the best for you? It brings a tear to your eye, knowing that someone, something loves you so unconditionally. Can you find the feeling of your soul within your body, and how your body and mind alter themselves once present and connected to this state? Remember, this is your sovereign state. You are aligned, united. Everything is working out really well for you. With this new evolution of humanity, shifting into the new paradigm and ascending into higher frequencies, you get to experience that you are not alone, nor have you ever been alone, and you are always far from alone. The evidence has been laid out before you in every circumstance that you have ever experienced. Now, you just need to start believing this is what you are needing for your higher good. These are soul interventions. They come in for you to remember to ask for assistance and how you can experience what you want. You yourself are the one who can make the change, so that you can move past this next awkward situation and then the next with ease and grace. You can just ask and simultaneously adjust the focus of your thoughts and energy, and the support that is available for you can flood in for you. You'll see. Can you feel and acknowledge that you are supported and that your soul has intervened in your life to set you on track, to move you forward and orchestrate the circumstances for your benefit and for your highest good? All to bring you here to where you are now. And as you now see and believe that your soul has intervened in your life for a very good reason, for your highest good, for your awakening to a new level and then a new level, you know your soul has your back to support you in all things, and your soul is there and is always there to support you through the good times and the tough times, no differently. Just as you need to know that we, spirit in all forms, are there to support your soul. No matter what the situation, you can ask. Please ask for support, ask for help. It can be very simply worded. For example, you know how to do this, please show me how. And wait and listen for your soul to bring you the answer. Your heightened intuition now brings you clear and concise answers and actions to follow directly. Utopia. We have to be on the road to want this to be able to happen, so that we can we're dancing around the problems that we find on earth. We're dancing around things when they go a little bit wrong, when they go pear-shaped, when we fall on our arse. It is that message that she's giving you to hover above, that you've lifted off this mortal coil. You've lifted off from the obligations of the mundane life when you're washing the dishes. You can be in this higher state of consciousness, and you can just see the joy and the love and the frivolity and the fun, and release all the stories of the negative energy. This is when we do the spring cleans, when you're in a course in practical magic. This is what the Dragon's Portal is all about. This is a journey of your human to become a journey of your soul. understanding your past lives, the soul interventions that you have been through, and anything that you go through in the future. It's like how you cope really, 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 really well with life. In other words, that's why the dragons say the inside world creates the outside world, and you've got no idea how powerful you are. This is what they want to teach you. And they don't just want you to listen to the cards, they want you to start changing and altering the way you do things, looking at things in a different way. I'm going to go on to Bloom now. So we're 10 minutes in. Now, second card, I said go on to Bloom. Second card is Bloom. Now, she teaches us to be unapologetic. She teaches us to be playful. She teaches us to just go bigger, go wilder, go crazy, be rebellious. So card number 2 is Bloom. She's a lot of people's favourite dragon when you first meet the dragons, because she's just so playful with life, and don't we all want to be that playful? Now, bring into your new identity into your body. Embody that feeling fully and wear it with pride. This is when you're washing the dishes, when you're walking down the street, when you're doing your thing, when you're picking up the kids like I've been today, playing taxi, when you haven't seen one of your sons for 2 months, when you're in the thick of the 3D world, running around and doing 3D activities, but you are rejoicing. One of the cards from the dragons, by the way, is what if you could just do it with your heart rejoicing? Whatever it is that you're doing, what if you could do it with your heart rejoicing? So let's go into card number 47, which is Bloom. Let me find that card here. Behind the pink door. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Again, this is Bloom. She is a magnificent, huge pink dragon. But the energy of her, if you want to feel into her, is she is blooming, flourishing. She will not be stopped. She will not be cut back. This is Bloom. So bring your new identity into your body. Embody that feeling and wear it with pride. You have an idea of who you want to become in this next phase of your life. You have an outline sketch of an idea. You even have an image, but you have not yet moved into this as little as 20% of your new identity and who you want to recognize yourself as truly being. This is going to take aligned action, laser focused thoughts, and an alteration of your core energy and frequency to fully embody your new character, your new career, your new finances, your new love life, and have that as your new identity. I'll talk more about that later, how we step into and embody our identity. That is very, very important. That's how we are washing the dishes, but we're doing it as this high priestess or we're doing it as this role and character that we have decided to become. It's easy to attach yourself to familiar personality and believe the character that you've built for yourself, that has worked for you and kept you alive so far in your life. But the raw you, the origins and the soul that you came in as, before all the rules, regulations, education, society accepted etiquettes and limitations were placed on you, still exist inside you and are crying to come to life. This is Bloom saying, just unapologetically start playing and be you. All right, it's a bit long. For your quest is to become that version of you that you have sought, that version of yourself. You may have attempted to redesign yourself and paid a lot of attention perhaps to your form, your desired shift in weight, your finances, to alter, resolve relationships, how you would prefer them to be, and live a life that you dream of. Yet, after time, you resorted to sliding back into your known and familiar human identity. Maybe just because you didn't know what it entailed to become this soul, freely dancing, feeling joyous, satisfied and liberated, prosperous and loved, as free as the wind. version of you. Take a determined step in your new role and character, just as an actor would. Research your role and what it takes for you to seek that out and what makes you really tick. So I have a whole course on this at the moment, which is 30 days for impact and influence, where you are stepping into this. You're telling the story of this on the inside, and you're finding out what really makes you tick, what your values are, what your beliefs are. What do you do? Why do you do what you must do? There you go. What are your passions, your beliefs, your core values? Leave nothing to chance. See how you walk and dress and what you take for breakfast and dinner, who you love to be with, and explore that fully, says Bloom. Just get to know yourself and how wonderful you are. Oh, there was a video I saw the other day, and it just made me laugh, because there was this really beautiful young girl, and she went, "Oh my God, I'm gorgeous." If we could all just do that when we looked in the mirror, you know, like that Louise Hay says, "Oh, I love you." But this is just a really funny, light-hearted, humorous way of like, do you know what? I am gorgeous. And just take it from there, because your inside story is actually altering the template of your cells, your DNA, you metamorphose depending on how you think about yourself. So there we go. Yeah, I thought that I'd add that in because it's really funny. Leave nothing to chance. See how you walk, you dress, and how you take your breakfast and dinner, who you love to be with, and explore it fully. Determine your character's hidden dynamics and motivations. You're looking for the intention behind your words and actions. You will get to know why you say what you say and what you do. One way to think about this is to decide what your driving emotions and thoughts are. Remain inquisitive. And what was the thought behind that? And even the origins behind that. It's your thoughts between the inner lines that trigger your next action. Your identity's silent moments matter. This is your internal story to yourself. What does it feel like in your energy as this new character? Are you mellow, bouncy, laid back, jittery, mothering, or distant, pragmatic or aloof? You are the creator and invited to discover your core energy when you are aligned and in character. How does it differ from who you are today? And can you feel the difference inside you? There's an exercise I do for this, which is absolutely phenomenal. Being able to feel your essence. Sometimes people come out as fairies and elves, and they have all sorts of different essences. It's really quite a beautiful, beautiful way of doing this. And actually, when I do a business reading, it's very much about bringing you back into your essence and getting that activated. Get under your own skin and take on that role. Be that character and identity as yourself today. Everything, all through the day, embody your new identity, even when you're washing up. The invisible, mystical spirit world responds to how you feel and how you act. So you're clearly demonstrating what you need and what you want to transpire. Be in the exact language of the gods so it can be clearly understood. This is the glue that holds you and keeps you in character as you never take a step back into your old energy, only blooming and growing forwards in your essence. Oh my word. Thank you, Bloom. That was absolutely gorgeous. Oh my God, I'm gorgeous. Oh, wow. So that was Bloom. That was card number 2. We're going to now move on to card number 3, which is Ceremony. And I always like to do a little bit fun, paint my nails in Ceremony's rainbow colours, because the more we can get rid of and more we can move through under the rainbow, and if we could see everything that we're releasing as a colour from the rainbow, we would be doing so much better, rather than hanging on to so many stories and so many feelings and all the energy that we're hooked up on. Right, so Ceremony then. Card number 55. This is Ceremony. She is a rainbow dragon. Maybe you're not really getting very clear there. There we go. So she's looking into your world. She wants you to come along on the journey. She wants you to be safe, to let go of this feeling or that feeling. And if you could see the feelings as a colour, that would be even better. What did I say? 55. Let's try and find number 55, shall we? Book, please help me out and jump onto page 55. 57, not bad. Oh, we go. 55. Right, so ceremony. What she says here is create the appropriate feeling of what you seek. Well, it's kind of moving on from what Bloom was just saying, isn't it? Flow from lack to lucrative and luxurious. So you're just changing your resonance. You're just changing your frequency. But one of the questions I was asked today, which was really quite relevant, was, but how do you stay in that? And I find that many people try and force themselves and think they're failing when they've not been able to keep that particular resonance, when they've not been able to stay aligned, when they drop back into their 3D world, when they're, I love the reference to washing the dishes, driving, being a taxi, making food, cooking dinner, sweeping the floor, doing your work, adding up your accounts. I mean, this is all 3D world stuff. Thank you. But the joy of that is to be able to do that with the magic that's involved inside you, that's entwined inside you, that ceremony wants you to know. Well, you could just do that in this new character, the one that Bloom's just been telling you about. How can you jump from the feeling of lack to lucrative, from poor to profitable? It's just an energy change. If you could see it as a perfume, if you could see it as a colour, then you wouldn't attach so much to the feeling of lack. You'd rather live in lucrative, which is, this whole new character that we want to come into. So number 55, is this a long one? Sometimes they are. Oh, not too bad. Let's have a look. So, glasses on. Okay, so create the appropriate feeling of what you seek. Flow from lack to lucrative and luxurious. You've lost your focus and perspective. Stop using all those delay tactics and deluding yourself that there isn't enough for you. There is more than enough for you, more than enough for everybody. You understand this feeling of lack just a little bit too well. You've practiced it a little bit too well. And it is the fear of lack that stops you from moving forward and becoming the next bountiful, evolved person as a member of the spiritually evolved, conscious population. It is the feeling of lack and the vibration, that the energy running through your body, that allows you to invite the lack to show up in your daily life. There is either something that you need to happen in a certain way, or you've been way too stubborn to let it go. And you look again through different eyes and see that there really is no lack. It's time for you to create an appropriate feeling of there is really enough. Your word for it could be abundance, bounty, opulence, profusion, plenty, wealth, riches, luxury, lucrative, prosperous, or fortune. And get into that feeling. Think of a time when you felt really, really comfortably off. Everything was working out well for you, and just keep tapping into that memory, keep tapping into that energy. All the gold, the jackpots, everywhere you go. It is not meant to be a riddle, it's not meant to be hard. It is, however, quite different to how you've been thinking and how you've been vibrating. We invite you to drop into the feeling of lack. So go now into the feeling of lack. And take the ride to the destiny of its contrasting frequency and counterpart of lush, luxury, and plenty. Explore and spend some time reminding yourself of times of plenty in this lifetime with all the inventory of plenty. Then travel into previous lifetimes when you were bestowed with gifts of the most luxurious fabric and jewels. Feel it and own it. Embody that sensation. And there's a little note here from Ceremony, the dragon, as well, just to finish you off. It takes as much alternative energy to do this as it does to have everything be forced through. And the frequency of working really hard, to be able to let go of that and stay in the energy that allows us then to deliver to you what it is that you want and what you have held in your frequency and feeling. Relax all the effort. Focus on the ease of being tuned in and churn into it, and the other way around. Do things the other way around. Funny human. When you want more cash or lose weight or a love of your life, your focus goes immediately to what you don't have. Funny human. The lack of, and not the focus of, the luxury of luxurious, lucrative energy and the frequency of all the possibilities that are available for you. It's a little bit tricky. It's a little bit tricky to really understand that you can just do this by changing your frequency and changing how you feel about something. I teach this as maybe you want to change the feeling of luxury and luxurious into a colour. You know, what's the most luxurious colour that you can think of, and just concentrate on that for a while, how it feels to be in that energy. So we've got a lot of information here before I go on to card number 4. Bloom, bringing it in, embodying that. Ceremony, create the appropriate feeling. So we're really on course here, aren't we? They're really keeping this theme here of how you awaken, how you walk this path of this character that has everything going right for you, even when you're washing the dishes, even when you're doing your work, even when you're doing the accounts, emptying the bins, filling up your car with petrol. It's a role that you play, it's a frequency, and it's an energy that you decide that you live in. What breaks it so fast, so quickly, is complaining. If there's any amount of complaining in your life, to do with relationships, to do with money, to do with anything that's going on, be sure that you will be getting physical symptoms. The soul will be intervening, kicking you up the backside, going, that's completely the opposite of the energy we want you to be in. So it'll going to be kicking you up the backside, going, nope, zero tolerance for that, so no complaining. And you'll notice what a habit it is to get into of complaining. Now, there is one exercise that I do with all my clients, which is called spring cleaning. This is when you're allowed to, without feeling, just inventory of everything that's not working out for you, but it's a different energy. You're not complaining. It is done in a very controlled environment, so that the energy of the facts of an earth. So this is your earth being. This is your 3D self. You're wanting to operate in 5D. You're wanting to be in this higher frequency, but you keep being pulled down into the complaining. And this is going to stop any creation that you want to come forward happening. You need to rise above it all. Card number 4. Utopia is having a very strong force with us today. Utopia here again, wanting us to float above, soar above it, rise above it all, and not get so bogged down in all the human trials and errors. How we can operate on a very different level. So Utopia, card number 63, soul to soul, communication across all time and space. Tap into cellular consciousness. Okay, let's see what this one has to say for you. Who chose card number 4? Oh, we had 62 and 63, so we're finishing off this with a nice little sandwich of Utopia. Listen to your body, by the way. Listen to what she wants. Listen to, if you want to be outside, if you want to be inside, if you're feeling thirsty, if you're feeling hungry, what is it you want to eat? Really listen to your body, because your body is sending you messages from your soul and is so wanting you to be able to act in a different way. Okay, number 63. Utopia. Bring on the magnifying glasses again. Soul-to-soul communication across all time and space. Tap into cellular consciousness. You are invited to play in a different way. Maybe you know that you are dabbling. You are on the fringe and not fully immersed your mind, your body and soul into the vast differences that are just around the corner and waiting for you as your own creator. This is not just for others, this is for you. We are calling you. Stop. Listen. There is more, so much more for you to experience. There is so much more we want to share with you. You know it's a unique and important time of shift and change in reality. To change your way of doing things, understanding things and coming at things from a different angle. There is so much more available for you, but none of it is any good unless you don't stop the way you think things. There is a possibility of living in a different direction, soul to soul, with others. The dragons are here as this true guardians of the earth. They come to specifically support you and the planet to ignite the very power and energy of your entwined higher self, to know yourself with your inner creator activated, and to remember that you are soul having a human experience. Dragons have the power to bring back into your consciousness what the soul still remembers intuitively, to have you gain access to the past life experiences, past life gifts and talents, as well as your ancient wisdom and all of your soul memories, and entwine these into your daily life. Even to remember a time when the dragons existed here on earth and you were there at this time as a soul. You are able to reconnect with your soul and be able to tap into parts of yourself that have been long avoided, ignored, dormant and forgotten. And as you do, you will experience that spark of remembering and knowing and allowing you to wake up on the inside, and that will ultimately set you free. Dragons want you to know that this has never been done before. To ascend into a higher evolved form, knowing yourself as spirit, filled with powerful energy, all while still having a human experience in your flesh and bones body, which is your vehicle for this soul journey as you carry out everyday obligations and mundane chores. And that is why the dragons are here, assisting you, setting your mind to alter your energy to this, which is quite phenomenal. When you are open to recognizing soul interventions and the assistance that is available for you in all things, enabling you to wake up to whatever life throws at you, and that is in fact a situation or event that has come to you that you must solve. Situations that are for your highest good. And because only you can solve these, because only you created it. Your inside world creates your outside world. We, the dragons, love you humans more than you could possibly imagine. But to live with the 5D knowing in the 3D world while we're going about our earthly business and letting go of the need to drive everything through with the head. Using the head as a bulldozer instead of feeling our way forwards and understanding that we can see the situation very, very differently. The dragons are here to help us. They help me do business readings for people. They help me do body whispering for people. And if you want your own set of these dragon cards so that you can pick one up at any time and just say, what is it that I need to learn? What am I going through right now? What are the actions that I need to take? This is a journey of your soul. So it's with Seraphina at the beginning, it's knowing what it is that you want. And then it's being able to pivot that around in your head and kind of see, well, I need to change the way I'm thinking about this. And then Raphael is asking you, more detail, please. Put some more detail in there. Luna Ray is saying, put more feeling in there. Show us how you feel about it. Sovereign is saying, stand in your soul, stand in your home, stand in your safe place. Wherever you lay your hat is your home. Be the queen of your own existence, the king of your own existence. Bloom is saying, be more playful, be more frivolous, be more unapologetic, go a little bit wilder. Ceremony is saying, can you see how much you've gone through already and how much you've let go of? Let's keep clearing out. Let's keep moving forwards. And then Utopia is lifting you off the world in complete freedom, and you're operating as the new human in 5D, looking at everything that you're doing with your heart rejoicing, knowing that the dragons in your soul have your back. If you have any questions about the dragons, if you want a reading from the dragons, then just kindly let me know and I will ask. They're always asking. Please ask us. There's so much more that you've not even asked for yet. So much more is possible. And this is Practical Magic. Have a wonderful day. I shall be back next week again with the dragon cards and with their messages.